I made this week's bread by adding flour, sugar, yeast, salt, and 110-degree water to a bowl, then I mixed and kneaded for 10 minutes. I incorporated some earth balance and let the dough rise until it doubled in size. I cut that dough into 4 pieces and shaped my buns, then I let it rise again. I let it bake and it came out light and golden brown. Okay, now it's time to dissect our banana flour. So I'm going to start by peeling off these purple pieces. So these are basically inedible. I think they're typically used like served with stuff in them. What I'm going to start with is by getting these flowers so this is what grows into a banana on a banana tree. As this grows down, this is going to turn into a banana, and then as it keeps opening up, the next layer, as you'll see, is going to be the next row of bananas. So I'm going to just gently break these flowers off here. Gently break these off, and we'll open up the next strong leaf, the strong purple leaf, and then as you see, there's another set of potential banana flowers that I'll break off just like that. So what we're going to do with these flowers here is fry them. They're going to be a chip, kind of like a crunchy topping for our sandwich, our burger this week. And this is just really cool to me, to slowly take these down and start getting all of our flowers. And the other really exciting thing to me about this is that it's just a very rare occasion, because after you cut the blossom off, the banana tree is basically done, and it splits into a separate spore and regrows as a second tree. But you only get the blossom one time off of the tree. So I'm just personally very excited that I stumbled upon this at the market the other day. Okay, so now I have my banana flowers here that I still need to clean a little bit. So for the cleaning process, I'm basically going to open up the flower, and I'm looking for this piece right here. So there's kind of some florets here on the inside, and then there's one that kind of looks like a matchstick. It's a lot harder. That one doesn't cook down, it's inedible. That's called the pistil. So I'm just going to take that out and compost it. And then there's this other small flap down here at the bottom, the scale, and we don't need that as well. And I'm placing these, once I clean them, into some lemon water, just to kind of get rid of some of their bitterness and get them ready for a fry. All right, that was a time-consuming, mindful, loving process, but I have quite a bit of banana flour here in my lemon water that we're gonna batter up in just a second. And in front of me, I have some of those younger flowers that I figured I could just use in the stir fry with the oyster mushroom, along with the banana heart here. You can see that black sap coming out on the banana heart, hopefully. And I was kind of dealing with that while I was plucking through all of it. It's just all throughout the plant. But it's completely harmless. We can eat it. So what I'm gonna do now is just chop this up, some of my outer layers of that banana heart and these flowers, chop it up real fine, and then we're going to boil, and then boil for the first cook, and then saute with some onion, ginger, mustard seed, curry leaf, and some oyster mushroom to create that kind of meaty filling to go in our burger this week. Look at the heart of that. It looks like an artichoke heart, right? These mustard seeds are popping all over the place. So let me add this onion before I lose an eye. And while I let that cook down, I'm also gonna add my oyster mushroom stem, because they're a little spongy and they take a little longer to cook. So we'll just cook that down early with the onion. This is starting to cook down nice, so I'm going to add in my blanched banana stem, or banana flour, banana heart. I'm going to add in my oyster mushroom. We're going to go for kind of, I don't know, a South Asian kind of flavor. So other than salt and pepper, I'll do a bit of cumin, a bit of turmeric for that warming kind of flavor, some garam masala, a little bit of heat on there with some red pepper flakes. I take the whole thing off. My favorite herb right now, pretty much all the time, my favorite herb, some basil, and we'll do a little bit of that extra fancy garlic powder. That's gonna be a nice meaty filling for this sub roll burger thingy. Now I'm going to, so I've made a batter here with rice flour, Perrier water, and a ton of seasonings. I'm gonna put the full recipe to the batter on my blog, so go over there for that. And I'm gonna add in my broccoli flowers that I soaked in some lemon water. And I'm just gonna coat these in this batter. So I'm about right where I wanna be, a little bit over 350, which is actually good because these are room temperature, so they're gonna lower the temperature of my oil when they drop in. And I don't want too much batter on these, so I'm gonna pick them up by hand, not using tongs or anything, just so I can shake off batter and be sure not to overcrowd my pot. And take these out shortly when they're nice and golden brown. So these ended up more like fritters, just because of how I dropped them in the batter, but they cooked really fast, only like a minute. So they're looking nice and golden brown, and they'll get a little bit more brown as I take them out of the oil. But batch number, oh, it smells good. Batch number 1 is done. I'll get those onto paper towel to get rid of some of the excess oil, which there isn't really a lot, I think because I used rice flour in my batter. And then we'll just get our next batch in. All right, I'm so excited for this assembly and taste because everything tastes absolutely phenomenal by itself. I've incorporated some peanut sauce. I'll put the recipe on the bio, or I'll put the recipe on my blog. I have some massaged kale with just a little olive oil and apple cider vinegar. And I have some chopped peanuts and everything else you've seen. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with some peanut sauce on the inside of this bun, and I've kind of just hinged it open after it cooled down for a bit. Kind of resembling a banh mi, although I can't remember if banh mi's are hinged open or if they're just full sandwiches, but that's what I'm gonna go for today. On the bottom layer there, I'm gonna put this nice vinegary kale. It's not so bitter anymore because it's cold. So the kale's, you know, when kale maintains its growth throughout the warm months, it gets a lot more bitter. Now that it's cold, it's getting a little more balanced flavor, so it's really delightful. I have some of my oyster mushroom and banana flour sauté that will go next. And honestly, I could eat this just like it is just now. It's that sauté was so good. But I'm gonna put some of my fried banana flour on there. So those little individual fritters are just super, super nice. Real crunchy, real flavorful. And I got some chopped peanuts here for an extra peanut flavor and a little bit of crunch as well. So there is the banana blossom sandwich burger. We'll call it a burger. Now to taste the sandwich all together for the first time. We'll call it a burger. Just wow. The strongest flavors in there are the garam masala and the oyster mushroom and banana flour sauté. The peanut sauce, the Thai chili and the peanut sauce, sweet peanuts, just gives a really good, really good balance of flavor. Peanuts can actually take a lot of heat, at least in that peanut sauce form. The crunch of the broccoli flour is absolutely delicious. And this bread came out really good. It's really light, so you can really feel all of the textures when you bite through it. So this was an absolute success. This was incredible. I'm really thankful for that broccoli flour, that broccoli. I'm really grateful for that banana flower, that banana blossom that Armando had at the farmer's market. So thank you to you and everyone else who provided food for this meal. And I just really hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.